Kids! Welcome back to Grace Kids TV. My name is Becky and I serve as a resident here at Grace Church. It's so great to be joining you again today. In today's story, we're going to be learning about people building the tabernacle. Have any of you ever spent time in a tent? What's the biggest tent you've ever been in? Maybe it was the family-sized camping tent that could sleep up to 8 people, or maybe it was the giant tent that they use for circuses. Today, we will learn about a very special tent God told his people to build. Why do you think God would want them to build a tent? God told the Israelites to build a tabernacle where he would dwell with them. God wants to be with his people. As part of his plan to save sinners, God sent Jesus to dwell on earth with people. But before we get to today's story, let's head over to Grace Kids Trivia to see what you remember from last week's story about people worshiping a golden calf. Good luck!
Question 1, true or false? The Israelites went atop Mount Sinai to talk to God while Moses stayed back. Moses started to wonder what was taking the people so long. And the answer is false. This was not true. It was actually opposite. Moses went up to the top and God talked with him while the people set up camp at the bottom of the mountain. Moses was on the mountain for a long time, and the people at the bottom were tired of waiting. And that leads us to our next question. Question 2, true or false? The people went to Moses' brother Joseph and said they needed a God to lead them because they didn't know what happened to Moses. And the answer is false. This maybe was a tricky one. The people did go to Moses' brother, but Moses' brother was named Aaron, not Joseph. They thought they needed a new God. And that leads us to our third question today. Question 3, true or false? Aaron collected gold from the people and made a statue of a calf for them to worship. And the answer is true. This was true. People danced in front of the golden calf, which is like a baby cow, by the way, and worshiped this as their new God. God saw what the people were doing and he was angry. Moses rushed down the mountain carrying the 2 stone tablets of the 10 Commandments. And when Moses saw what was happening, he smashed the tablets at the bottom of the mountain. Then he destroyed the golden calf. Question 4, true or false? The next day, Moses stayed with the people and punished them. And the answer is false. This was not true. The next day, Moses actually went back up the mountain to talk to God. Moses asked God to please forgive the people, and God said, "When it is time to punish them, I will punish them for their sin." God gave Moses more laws and instructions. Then God said to Moses, "The Lord cares about his people, and he is good to them, but he will punish the guilty." Moses bowed down and worshiped God and asked God for forgiveness. And our final question of the day, question 5, true or false? When we sin, Jesus talks to God for us. And the answer is true. This is definitely true. Just like Moses talked to God for the people, Jesus talks to God for us. Jesus never sinned, and God forgives those who trust in Jesus.
Hi friends, I'm Megan.
And I'm Jessie. Megan, check out this helicopter I built.
Wow, that's a really cool helicopter, Jessie. You built that yourself?
Yep, I just followed the directions.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
In today's Bible story, God's people built the tabernacle.
What's a tabernacle?
The tabernacle was a huge tent that the Israelites could take with them wherever they went. God met with his people in the tabernacle.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and like you followed the instructions to build this awesome helicopter, the Israelites followed God's instructions for building the tabernacle. Listen to the story. When Moses was on the mountain with God, God gave him instructions for building the tabernacle or tent of worship. So Moses gathered all the Israelites together. He asked them to bring supplies to build the tabernacle. People brought gold jewelry, blue, purple, and red yarn, strong cloth and goat hair, animal skins, wood, oil, spices, and gemstones. God gave people special skills for building and creating things. All the skilled people worked together to build the tabernacle for God. They built it just as God had said. The tabernacle had a wooden frame and places to hang the curtains and the roof of the tent. Inside the tabernacle, the people made a veil. They made a wooden box covered in gold called an ark, a table, a lampstand, and many other parts. Every part had its special purpose and was made just as God had said. God told Moses to bring Aaron and his sons to the entrance of the tabernacle. Aaron put on special holy clothing that the workers made, and Moses anointed him to be priest. Aaron's sons were anointed to serve God as priests too. The tabernacle was finished. God was in a thick cloud. God made a sign for the people. If the cloud covered the tabernacle, the people would stay where they were. When the cloud lifted from the tabernacle, the Israelites would move and take the tabernacle with them. The cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle during the day, and fire was inside the cloud at night. All of the Israelites could see it as they traveled. God told his people to build a tabernacle where he would meet with them. God wants to be with us. As part of his plan to save people from sin, God sent Jesus to earth to be with people.
Kids, for our craft this week, you're going to need one whole piece of construction paper and one half sheet of construction paper. Doesn't matter what color they are. Then you're going to need something to color with and a glue stick. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make this craft that goes with our story. Are you ready? First, you're going to decorate your half sheet of construction paper, and this is going to be turned into a tent. So I'm going to color it like the top of a roof. Then you're going to fold the piece of the half sheet in half. You're going to fold each of the edges up just a little bit to give yourself space to glue it onto the paper. Now you have a tent, and you can glue each of the corners or each of the edges down onto your big piece of paper. Have your craft with a tent. And does anybody know why we made a tent? On our direction sheet it says You made a tiny tent in the shape of a triangle. In the Bible story today, God's people made a tent, but this tent was huge in the shape of a rectangle. God wanted to be with his people. God instructed the people to build the tabernacle where he would meet with them, and they did. Every part had its special purpose and was made just as God had said. God was in the tabernacle in a thick cloud. Every time the Israelites moved, they took down the tabernacle and put it back up when they stopped. The cloud of the Lord showed them where to go. God wants to be with us too, but he is not with us in a cloud. He sent his own Son to earth to be with his people and to be punished for people's sins. When we trust in Jesus, we get to be with God forever. So this tent reminds us of the story that we learned today and of the tabernacle that God instructed the people to build. I loved making this craft today, and I hope that it reminds you that when we trust in Jesus, he is always with us, and he will always be with us. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks so much for watching Grace Kids TV.